Now, it's no secret that Japanese knives are some of the best knives in the world. Their craftsmanship, attention to detail, and performance makes them a favorite amongst professional chefs and home cooks like me. Now, local business Chef's Edge works closely with artisan makers in Japan to support their crafts, but also bring these knives to the Australian market. So today I thought I'd show you how to make a Japanese-inspired dish that requires fine knife skills. It's my spicy salmon crispy rice cakes. So let's get started. Now, the first thing to do is to make our rice for the rice cakes. And I have some short grain rice here, which I'm going to rinse to get rid of some starch. I'm adding that straight into my pot. Now I have about a cup of rice here. And to that, I'm adding a cup and a half of water. So my rice goes onto the stove at a medium heat. I'm going to turn that on, and when it starts to bubble, I'm going to turn the heat down, let it simmer with the lid on for about 20 minutes so that it absorbs all that water, and just let it do its thing. But whilst that's cooking, we're going to work on our sauce for our spicy salmon. I have some Japanese mayonnaise or Kewpie mayo, some Sriracha or chili sauce. To that, I'm adding sesame oil and also some mirin. Now I'm giving that a good mix until it's well combined, and I'm going to set that aside. Alrighty, we're going to slice up our sashimi salmon, and I'm going to need my really sharp knife for this. Now what I'm aiming for here is to slice up the salmon into small cubes so that we can toss it through that sauce. And what I like to do first is to slice it into nice rectangle pieces, and then into strips, and then into cubes. Now, the great thing about working with a quality knife, especially with something like salmon that's so delicate, is that it cuts through perfectly. So for the rest of the ingredients, I also have an avocado, some green chili, and spring onion. I'm gonna slice these up, get them ready so I can bring all the dish together. All right, the rice is looking cooked. Let's take that off the heat. And I'm gonna fluff it up and mix in a bit of rice vinegar seasoning. And I like to use a fork. I'm trying not to break up the grains of the rice. And the next step is to press it into my tin. Now I have a baking tin here that's quite shallow. Now this doesn't have to be perfect. All I'm doing is pressing the baking paper into the tin, just so that it covers all of the edges, and into that I'm going to add the rice. And with the back of the spoon, pressing quite firmly and pushing to all of the edges. So another trick is to get another piece of baking paper, press that on top, and with my hands, pressing quite firmly. Cool, so that's ready. That's going to go into the fridge for about 4 hours, or ideally overnight, until it's cool and it's nice and set. And we're going to slice them up and fry them. So my pan is nice and hot. I'm going to add in a neutral oil, so that means one with no flavor. Straight in. And we're going to fry off these rice cakes until they're nice, golden and crisp on both sides. So whilst my rice cakes are cooking away, I'm going to get my salmon mix ready. And for that, I have my raw salmon, which I've sliced up earlier. We're going to add in that spicy sauce as well, or spicy mayo that we made. I'm also adding in the spring onion, which we sliced up, and some sesame seeds. All right, the rice cakes are looking nice, golden and crisp. Let's finish this dish off. And that's done, guys. That is my spicy salmon crispy rice cakes. This is a great one for entertaining, so give it a go at home.